left on the second part, you were given the point 4, -2, and 3, -6. We'd like to do what we just did, but we don't have the slope, so it's hard to start with point slope form. First step, we have to find the slope. All right, so to find the slope, what we do is put our y's on the top and our x's on the bottom. So my technique is slightly different in that I actually stack my points. This is my y, that's my y. They have to go on top. X is on the bottom, and then I put a subtraction sign in there. When I do that, this up here becomes 4, and this down here becomes 1. So it's just slightly different setup. I take the point and put it down, and then I take the other point and put it down, and then I put a subtraction sign in there. But you're still using the same slope formula. Once you have your slope formula figured out, you can see that your slope in this case is 4. Now, since my line has to go through both points, and their connection is that slope right there, then I can just pick one of the points, use that slope, and it'll take care of the other point automatically. Doesn't matter which point you pick either. Kind of like it doesn't matter which order you put these points. You could have flipped those, it wouldn't have mattered, as long as you just choose a point. So in my case, I'm just going to take the first one, and I'm going to take the slope. Again, you practice this in one of your modules. We're just reviewing this part and talking about the other forms. So we take our point and we put it in the slope, point slope form. So this is our y. So y minus a -2 is equal to the slope times x minus 4. So I put my y value in, my slope value in, my x value in. Simplify this side. Either one of these you can mark as point slope. Second part is to get y alone so we can find the slope intercept. In this case, there's no fractions, so we can go straight to distributing that slope and then subtracting this constant to the other side. Y is equal to 4x minus 18. This is slope intercept, which again you have seen before. And then our last move is to actually take the slope intercept form and put it in standard form by putting the x on the same side as the y, which means we need to move the x to the left. -4x, the y is positive, and there's my -18. Now that's the standard form for some, but for most people we don't want that negative. Remember, no fractions in this final answer and no negatives. So in order to get through the negative, we multiply both sides of the equation by a -1, and it changes all of the signs, and we have standard form. So we have find the slope, plug it into the point slope formula, label it, solve for y, label slope intercept form, move the x over to the left with the y, make sure you take care of the negative if there is one, and label it standard form. That's what you're going to do on all of the lines where you're given 2 points or you're given a point